What is up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be showing y'all my level 100 Marauder build that has the Speedster specialization, and this build will specialize as like a wingback or a wide midfielder, so either in a 5-back or 3-back formation. As the wingback or wide midfielder, this build will be best at. You also can use it as a very attacking fullback in a 4-back formation, which I did do for some games. I was playing as a left back, but mostly I was using it in a 3-5-2 as a wide midfielder as the right mid. And Marauder is actually the last archetype I needed to make a build over for level 100, other than the goalkeeper archetypes. Not planning on making a goalkeeper build for this year at least. And then I do plan on making another Marauder build with the athlete specialization, which gives you Bruiser Plus, and that will be really good as a fullback in a 4-back formation. It'll be like a pretty well-rounded balanced type of fullback, other than like shooting, of course, but it should be really good in a 4-back formation. So if that interests y'all, that will be out in the near future after this one. But this build is extremely well-rounded. You can even score some goals with it because it can be used as a wingback, wide midfielder, so you can find some shooting opportunities. But all the attributes are just very balanced and well-rounded. So let's take a look at some gameplay of me using it. Oh, damn. Barely got dude. Tiki Taka Plus like saved his life. Like, oh my gosh, he got that pass off so fast. It's crazy.
No way, no way.
Yeah.
Go.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
there we go.
Wow.
That was disgusting.
I did the scoop and then I act like I was gonna cut it and finesse it, and then I cut it back.
Yeah,
it does that sometimes. That's what I rage about.
Oh my.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit, bro.
Haramba.
There's no space. Oh,
there
no way.
There we go.
Nice turn.
I just put on finesse. Oh yeah. Go J-Mac. Send in this one.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Oh my
pen.
gosh.
Oh, these guys are on in the middle.
Go for this.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, that was actually perfect. Oh my gosh. Honestly, I don't have finesse on. I was surprised that one.
Yeah.
That was a finesse shot.
He's on.
Oh, nice pass.
Finish. I was gonna hit you, Egypt, but decided not to. Header that, or shoot that. Oh my gosh, I thought you were gonna have to header
Nice
it.
pass.
I'm cutting. Ooh, yeah. Oh shoot, did go to me. Someone get in there.
I got stuck.
Finish that.
You got me? Oh, that nice. That works.
Oh, J-Mac. And that's a goal. No way.
Ooh, what a pass.
What do you mean?
You just download like the files.
Oh
my.
Oh my.
I mean, you probably have to buy it. Oh, yep. Look at that trash.
Yeah,
can.
useless.
Oh my gosh.
He got that. He got that.
All the way.
He got that.
Oh, that angle. I don't know if I can reach it there if I don't do max. Turn and ooh, so unselfish. Holy crap. Actually, almost good if it can.
I don't think anybody even called for it though. That's the thing.
Nice.
Scrubs.
You got 2 on the left.
Go mid with it. Don't worry about it. It'll be perfect.
Okay.
Nice.
It's gonna go mid.
Nice. No, my bad. That's what I took the heavy ass touch.
That's not.
I'm
I
back.
tried to force him, and it just
Trying to get back on this guy. Yes. Sir.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Middle. Dirty, dude. That's another guy last a few games ago, or like actually a long
Yeah.
time ago. What the fuck is he doing, Luis? He just popped like a springboard and just freaking flew. Oh, they shook him off. You're sending that guy so fucking.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Oh, that would have been dirty if we scored off that. I got quite a bit of clips with this build, so I hope y'all enjoyed that gameplay. And again, I was using it as a right mid in a 3-back formation, and then also as a left back in a 4-back formation, and basically playing as a very attacking fullback. It's definitely not best as a fullback, like I was saying. It's going to be better as a wingback in a 3-back or 5-back, but you can use it as a fullback. Just the defensive attributes are not great. I basically just went for like 80 on the 3 important defensive attributes, and then like enough heading accuracy to use aerial fortress. So basically enough attributes to use like all the defending playstyles on this build. So let's go over the perks first. The first perk you get on Marauder is High Speed Crosser. Crosses while at full sprint on the attacking wing. Receive a boost to agility, crossing, and curve. And this can be pretty good if you get it activated with the whipped pass plus that you have on this build. And then there's the tackle and run, successful stand tackle on the defensive wing for a boost to acceleration, agility, and sprint speed. Then in the middle, we have the Speedster Specialization, which gives you rapid plus. So I had quick step plus, rapid plus, technical plus, and whip pass plus. The other option is trickster plus if you want to give that a try, but I did not use that. And then this specialization gives you the wing burner perk, knock on, pass an opponent in the attacking wing for a boost to acceleration, agility, and sprint speed. And then the unlock criteria is you need a minimum of 90 acceleration, 92 sprint speed, and 90 dribbling. Then I went for a controlled acceleration type on this build. As a wingback, you will be tracking up and down the pitch a lot and covering a lot of ground. So I feel like controlled is a very balanced, it's the most balanced acceleration type. So like explosive, the downside would be for those long distance sprints where you're going to be running up the pitch and running back to help on defense, which you'll need to do in a 3-back or 5-back. Explosive just won't be great with those long distance sprints. Lengthy will, but then you just won't be as quick. So I really like controlled for this type of role. Then on this body page, you'll see this build is listed at 6 foot and minimum weight at 143 pounds. And if you play in competitive, this build will actually be very nice, especially if you want a wide midfielder build that can actually defend a bit. You can use anticipate, intercept, jockey on this build, which is what I was using for all my games. I know a lot of people in comp use different archetypes as like a wide midfielder. But again, if you want to have like a pretty well-rounded one, I think Marauder is a great option to go for. And then with this attribute effect that you get from the height weight, you'll see that the max acceleration on Marauder is 92, but then with the +1 that we're getting, it's actually going to make the acceleration be 93. The agility's at 89, but with the +1, it's going to be 90 agility in game. And then 92 balance, that's the max, but the -3 is going to lower that down to 89. And then I think I maxed out the jumping as well on Marauder at 92 with the -1. That will go down to 91. Max sprint speed at 95. That's going to go up to 98 with the +3. And then there's the 89 strength with the -1. That's going to go down to 88. As I've been saying, this build is pretty balanced. So you can use a bunch of different playstyles and you can definitely switch it up. I did switch up this last playstyle slot a few times, which I'll go over. So for the playstyle plus, there's a quick step, rapid, technical, and whipped. And then like I was saying, the other option is trickster plus. Like if you're not going to be crossing it very much, you could just go silver whipped if you want. You could just go trickster plus or take off like rapid or technical, but I personally would not take those off. If I were to take one off, I would take off whipped pass plus for sure. And then for the silver playstyles, I had Jockey, Intercept, Anticipate, Incisive, Tiki Taka, Inventive, First Touch, Impress Proven for all my matches. In this last slot, I switched up. But keep in mind at the bottom right here, my club was using Pinged and Long Ball facilities. And you can use both of these playstyles on this build if your club's not going to have these exact facilities. I don't base my builds off of facilities, so don't worry about that. You can put these on. You might not need a long ball as a wide midfielder, but it could be very helpful. But pinged is definitely going to be very important. So I would at least suggest having pinged on instead of like something else. Like you could take off like a defending playstyle, like anticipate. You could take off inventive if you don't do a lot of Trivellas, dinked passes, fancy passes. I do really like inventive though. I know aerial fortress is very important for competitive, but if you're not playing competitive, it's not as important to be honest. So like for some games, I didn't have it on. Like I think at first when I used this build, I had enforcer. And then I eventually tried like finesse for maybe like 1 or 2 games. And then I put on aerial fortress, especially when I was playing like left back in a 4-back formation, I put on aerial fortress. But you do have even more options. Like I think low driven is going to be very good if you're going to find some chances to score, especially in comp. Low driven is the way to go against real goalkeepers. So I would suggest that if you're going to go for a shooting play style. I did use finesse, but I wasn't playing comp. I was just playing on stream with viewers, league matches. But low driven will be very solid if you want to try that out. I guess you could go slide tackle. Didn't upgrade the slide tackle, just kept it at 75. There's block, but I really wouldn't suggest that. There's silver trickster. Bruiser would also be a very good option if you want to just bump people off the ball. You could definitely try that. Then these are the facilities that my club was using, but again, you do not need to use these exact facilities for this build. A bunch of different facilities will work great on this build. So the 3-star low driven drill giving +5 balance and vision and long ball. 3-star passing coach giving +5 long pass, short pass, and pinged. And then the 1-star sports psychologist giving +2 aggression and composure. Now here is the attributes page. So for skill moves and weak foot, I like using 5-star skills on the wing as like a wing back. I find it very helpful to get by my man, create some separation. I like it a lot, but of course, if y'all don't use 5-star skills, you can lower that down to 4, whatever you want, and then put that extra AP. And there's really not a bad spot to put that extra AP, to be honest. You could upgrade the strength a bit more. You could upgrade the shooting more if you find yourself getting a lot of shooting opportunities. You could upgrade the finishing, like shot power. I didn't upgrade the long shots on this build. I don't think it's too important for this position. You could upgrade the passing more, like the vision, crossing, curve, any of these attributes if you want. It's up to you. Or you could upgrade the defending if you want to be even more comfortable with defending, especially if you mostly just want to use this build as an attacking fullback in a 4-back formation. You could definitely do that. Like you could get like the interceptions, defensive awareness like 84, stand tackle to 85. I know that's a lot of AP, so if you just take off skill moves, you might not have enough AP for that, but you could like rework some of the AP on this build, like lower the dribbling. You might not need like this crazy of dribbling if you're going to be using it as a 4-back, and then you could put some of that extra AP on defending. So it's up to you guys. And then for the weak foot, I went for a 5-star weak foot. You don't have to, I guess, as well, especially if you're going to be playing in a 4-back. And as a wide midfielder, I feel like it's pretty important. I would just like having a 5-star weak foot at level 100, but you could go down to 4. That's the lowest I would go as for a weak foot on this build. And then I believe on Marauder, the stamina starts at 75. You don't need to go for 84 quick step, but this is like one position in a 3-back or 5-back where you're going to be running a lot, going up and down. So stamina could be pretty important. So I just bumped it up to 80. You could try it at 75 and put that AP somewhere else. Went for 84 aggression, pretty high strength with 89, but with the -1, it's going to lower it to 88. And then max out the jumping in 92 with the -1, it's going to be 91 jumping. There's a 92 acceleration with +1, it's going to be 93 acceleration. 95 sprint speed, +3 is going to make that 98 sprint speed, so very solid pace with the quick step plus, and then the rapid plus when you're dribbling with the ball. Then here's the 89 agility, but the +1 from the height and weight is bumping that up to 90. You could possibly upgrade that like 1 or 2 more if you take some AP somewhere off the build, like skill moves. You could do that, but agility does get pretty expensive. It's 20 AP going up to 90. And then there's the 92 balance with the -3, that's lowering it down to 89 in game, 94 reactions, 91 ball control, 91 dribbling, and then 91 composure. So very solid dribbling. Like the best part about this build is the dribbling stats and the pace, and the rest of it's pretty well rounded. So 80 finishing, I didn't really have any problem at all with the finishing on this build when I use precision shooting. If you have good aim with precision shooting, like 80 finishing is still solid. And then I did go for some shot power, 84, but you could potentially lower that down to 80 and that would be fine. And then put that extra AP somewhere else, especially if you're not shooting the ball a whole lot. No upgrades to lawn shots. Went for 80 volley just in case if you find yourself getting a volley opportunity that could be helpful. And it also works for passes. And then for passing, there's 89 vision, 84 crossing, and then 84 curve. But if you activate that sprint cross perk, those could go up +5 to 89 with the whip plus, and then 87 short pass and long pass. And then here's for the defending. So 80 interceptions, this is what you need to use intercept. 75 heading accuracy is what you need to use aerial fortress. And then 80 defensive awareness, I believe, is what you need to use for jockey, anticipate, and bruiser. And then 80 stand tackle is what you need for jockey and anticipate. Didn't upgrade the slide tackle. It just starts at 75, but that's all you need for slide tackle. So you can use every defending playstyle on this build, but like the defending is not going to be amazing. It's just good enough to where you can use some defending playstyles. The last thing I need to show y'all is the attributes with the club facility boost. So we were getting +5 to vision, short pass, and long pass. So 92 long pass, 92 short pass, and 94 vision. +5 to balance for 97, but with the -3, that was lowering that down to 94 when I was in a game. And then +2 to composure for 93, and then +2 to aggression for 86. So there y'all go. That is my level 100 Marauder wingback build. And like I said, I do plan on coming out with a build that's specialized for fullback and a four-back formation using the athlete specialization. So stay tuned for that if you're interested in that. Thank y'all for watching. Comment on this video what you think of this build, like this video for me, and then make sure you are subbed to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see y'all in the next one.